better known as Black Deaths. The Black Deaths was set up for a simple thing of infiltrating black organizations and black groups, whatever.
Where was this Black Desk, or were there a number of them?
There were a number of Black Deaths, but the head Black Death was in Washington, D.C., controlled by Sullivan. And
Was he black?
No.
Mm-hmm. And what was the function of the Black Desks all over the country? I guess there were dozens.
The function of the Black Desk was to monitor activity, social unrest, revolutionary groups, cultural groups, and such in the black community.
And feed it into this central desk.
And
it still exists?
As far as I know, yes.
We've seen a number of investigations into the assassination of Martin Luther King. We've seen an extended police trial of the assassination of Malcolm X. What you seem to say substantiates what many black people say out on the street, that government agents or agencies knew that these assassinations were brewing and either participated in them or allowed them to take place.
It would behoove black people, it would behoove all people, really, to question the so-called the cut and dry one lone assassin theory. The Bureau and other intelligence agencies are very good at conspiracies. They are very good at setting people up to be killed. They are very good at making innuendos so the person will be killed.
City police don't know about it because they have policemen in there. They don't let black people form anything without some policemen in there. And while I was in the Black Muslim movement, or the Black Muslim movement, many of the police who were sent to infiltrate us, they're black, would tell me, say, look, I'm a cop, but I have to come. They would tell me. I knew the Muslim movement was full of police. So don't you think anything is going down that they don't know about? The only thing that goes down is what they want to go down. And what they don't want to go down, they don't let it go.
Invasion forces that these pigs brought. Helicopters, army tanks, heavy ammunition for Indians on a reservation where they've already been cooped up. The FBI, they are pigs of pigs, the scum of the human race. The FBI killed Martin Luther King. We said J. Edgar Hoover had great deals of problems. He wasn't even thinking about Rosa Parks. He didn't even know who she was. They couldn't think that these Africans could rise up and burn down the cities. These Africans could rise up and cause colonies from America. These Africans could cause America to change their policies because of the relationship outside the world in what they call the Cold War and the USSR. He never even envisioned that. These little Africans, be serious. But the people, the almighty people.
The almighty people.
They will always...
Right on, Kwame.
Because the enemy can never know the people.
That's my comrade.
This is a fact. Go and you will see. When J. Edgar Hoover killed Martin Luther King, that pig had arranged for us to have meetings all over the country in churches. They had it prepared. Churches? Nobody going to church today, Jack. I remember James Brown. He got there and said, I'll get it. You shoot him. He got down. He said, I ain't in it. Listen, when the people rise up in rage, if you ain't with them, you better be cool. Don't get in their path because they will walk over you. They will walk over you. We said the FBI killed King. J. Edgar Hoover had a real problem. He just quashed the Communist Party, finished all of that, had everything under control, and now these Africans are screaming. And not only King, but King is now producing others like Snake and the Black Panthers, etc., etc. They have to be stopped. It's clear. You must understand that I understand in revolution there is no sentimentality. The FBI seems to shoot me just as natural as me seeking to shoot them. That's all. I don't need the sentiment in it. I have a position, we're supposed to their position, their position, we're supposed to my position, and two objects cannot occupy the same space
at the same time. Dialectical material. Reality. Tell him, Kwame. It's one of the last videos my comrade made for me before he passed away from cancer in 2017. It would be 2018, actually. Mateo Shabaka, this is one of his last videos he made for me. And that's my mentor and my comrade, Kwame Ture, standing in front of the banner of All African People's Revolutionary Party, our organization, with Kwame Asajifo, Kwame Nkrumah on the left, and my favorite theorist in the world, Sekou Touré, on the right. Talking about COINTELPRO, the CIA's campaign to destroy Black America by stopping a Black Messiah. That was highly funded and had a lot of, it was just talking about Sacramento's NAACP attorney, Nathan Cawley, having heavy surveillance on, and that they use the surveillance to illegally prosecute people who, with falsely gained, fraudulently gained evidences, to abuse and harass civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., and to help assassination attempts on people like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, or personally commit things like arsons. They were just talking about that, actually, saying that the CIA funded infiltrators who would actually commit arson. And on civil rights organizations, like they burned down the Watts Writers Workshop meeting group area, like for a writers workshop in Watts, California.